So Nate, one of the things I admire about you is your ability to put in time, put in the work. With a lot of my students, I do really short little segments of things that they can do at home. But you're one of those players that will come out here for a few hours and kind of grind it out.
Yeah.
That can be a really good thing. It can also be a really, really dangerous thing when we start kind of
Yeah.
experimenting on things that don't help us improve. So one of the big things is we need to do things that kind of create the game for you, kind of
Sure.
create pressure.
Sure.
So one of the things I would like you to do when you're out here practicing, for a lot of our lesson we sit out here and we use the 7-iron. You're really comfortable with your 7-iron, you can hit it great. Then we pull out a driver, your first shot, you hook it because you're just not,
Yeah.
the length's different, the feeling's different.
Yeah.
Too often we sit here and we practice the same shot over and
Right.
over and over again.
Right.
What I'd like you to do to improve that is you can warm up, you can work on a few different things, but I want you to play the golf course on the driving range.
Okay.
What I mean by that is have a scorecard with you and play it just like you'd play every hole. It forces you to change clubs. You can have a practice, something that you're working on in mind,
Yeah.
but it forces you to change bag, change clubs, change lengths, and that'll help you become a more consistent player because you're practicing how you actually play
Right.
with having different lengths in your bag and
Right.
having to kind of adjust to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense.
The other thing is we talked about this with the short game area, but when you're practicing that 30 to 40 yard shot down there, we need to hit the green 10 times in a row before you're allowed to leave. And as we get better, we'll make that circle smaller. You need to hit within a 15-foot circle 10 times in a row before you leave. It creates game pressure. That way, when you're on the course or you're in a tournament, you're comfortable knowing I've done this before. I got to number 8 and 9 and I failed, but then I kept on doing it until I was able to pass.
Right.
It kind of focuses your practice because when you spend an hour down there on the chipping green,
Yeah.
shots get sloppy.
Yeah.
And the more we practice shots that are sloppy, the more we're learning bad habits. We
Sure.
want to make sure that every shot kind of has some value to it.
Right.
So you're forced to learn a bit better.
Yeah. That
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Okay.